I'm 11th from EEB. Now I'm going to explain about a clipper and a clamper using operational amplifier. First, let's see about clipper. Clipping level is determined by a reference voltage. A clipper is an electronic circuit that produces an output by removing a part of the input above or below a reference value. That means the output of a clipper will be the same as that of the input for other than the clipped part. Due to this, the peak-to-peak amplitude of the output of a clipper will be always less than that of the input. Clippers can be classified into the following two types based on the clipping portion of the input: positive clipper and negative clipper. First, positive clipper. A positive clipper is a clipper that clips only the positive portion of the input signal. Circuit diagram of positive clipper circuit. This is the circuit diagram for positive clipper circuit. In this circuit, a sinusoidal voltage signal Vt is applied to the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. The value of reference voltage Vref can be chosen by varying the resistor R2. The operation of this circuit is: if the value of the input voltage Vi is less than the value of the reference voltage, then the diode D1 conducts. Then the circuit given behaves as a voltage follower. Therefore, the output voltage V0 of the circuit will be same as that of the input voltage Vi for Vi less than Vref. If the value of the input voltage Vi is greater than the value of the reference voltage Vref, then the diode D1 will be off. Now, the operational amplifier operates in an open loop. Since the feedback path was open, therefore, the output voltage V0 of the circuit will be equal to the value of reference voltage Vref for Vi greater than Vref. Waveform of positive clipper. These two waves are the input waveform and its corresponding output waveform of a positive clipper for a positive reference voltage Vref. Next, negative clipper. A negative clipper is a clipper that clips only the negative portion of the input signal. Circuit diagram of negative clipper circuit. This is the circuit diagram for negative clipper circuit. From this circuit, you could understand that the negative clipper is just by reversing the diode and taking the reverse polarity of the reference voltage in the circuit that you have seen for a positive clipper. Waveform of a negative clipper. These two waves are the input waveform and its corresponding output waveform of a negative clipper for a negative reference voltage Vref. The operation of negative clipper circuit is opposite to that of a positive clipper circuit. Next, let's see about clamper. A clamper is an electronic circuit that produces an output which is similar to the input but with a shift in the DC level. In other words, the output of a clamper is an exact replica of the input. Hence, the peak-to-peak amplitude of the output of a clamper will be always equal to that of input. Clampers are used to introduce or restore the DC level of input signal at the output. There are two types of operational amplifier based on the DC shift of input. The two types of clampers are positive clamper and a negative clamper, as like that of clipper. Clamper also has a two types, positive clamper and negative clamper. Positive clamper. A positive clamper is a clamper circuit that produces an output in such a way that the input signal gets shifted vertically by a positive DC value. Circuit diagram of positive clamper circuit. This is the circuit diagram for positive clamper circuit. In this circuit, a sinusoidal voltage signal Vi is applied to the inverting terminal of operational amplifier through a network that consists of capacitor C1 and resistor R1. That means AC voltage signal is applied to the inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. The DC reference voltage V reference is applied to the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. The value of reference voltage V reference can be chosen by varying the resistor R2. In this case, we get a reference voltage V reference of a positive value. This circuit produces an output which is the combination of sinusoidal voltage signal Vi and the reference voltage V reference. That means the clamper circuit produces an output in such a way that the sinusoidal voltage signal Vi gets shifted vertically upwards by the value of reference voltage V reference. Waveform of a positive clamper. These two waves are the input waveform and its corresponding output waveform of a positive clamper. From this, you can observe that the positive clamper shifts the applied input waveform vertically upward at the output. The amount of shift will depend on the value of DC reference voltage. Negative clamper. A negative clamper is a clamper circuit that produces an output in such a way that the input signal gets shifted vertically by a negative DC value. Circuit diagram of negative clamper circuit. This is the circuit diagram for negative clamper circuit. In this circuit, a sinusoidal voltage signal Vi is applied to the inverting terminal of the operational amplifier through a network consisting of a capacitor C1 and a resistor R1. That means AC voltage signal is applied to inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. The DC reference voltage V reference is applied to the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. The value of reference voltage V reference can be chosen by varying the resistor R2. In this case, we will get a reference voltage V reference of a negative value. This circuit produces an output which is a combination of sinusoidal voltage signal Vi and a reference voltage V reference. That means the clamper circuit produces an output in such a way that the sinusoidal voltage signal Vi gets shifted vertically downward by the value of reference voltage V reference. Waveforms of negative clamper. These two waves are the input and output waveforms of a negative clamper. From this, we can observe that from the output that the negative clamper shifts the applied input waveform vertically downward at the output. The amount of shifting will depend on the value of DC reference voltage. Advantage of clipper and clamper. The main advantage of clipper is that they eliminate the unwanted noise present in the amplitude of the signal. Clampers are used to introduce or restore the DC level of the input signal at the output. Thank you.